Judgement.
Hey, have you ever wanted to have a fighting game that could look like an anime fighting sequence? Or would you like to play your favorite characters from fiction, ranging from your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen characters all the way to Sans from Undertale, along with being able to pin them against each other? With each one being more than capable of removing your entire health bar and making you want to swan dive off of a skyscraper. If that doesn't kill you, their hyper aggression, OP moves, and the sadomasochistic session will. Or it will leave you permanently scarred for life and never wanting to play the game ever again. This is YOMI Hustle, a turn-based psychological horror game where you have to comprehend, also that you can subject your opponent to the worst 20 minutes of their life, as they fail to comprehend that you have already won. At this point, a smart person would, Alt F4, go to Steam, uninstall the game, and never touch it ever again. Whereas dumb people rage quit and continue to play the game anyway. However, both result in no cool replay. Then there is the autist of this game, which will either attempt to rage bait you or beat your ass. Both will end up with your ass getting beat anyway. How they'll beat your ass is by using one of the multiple characters in the base game, or their favorite modded character. The characters in the base game are as follows: Ninja, Cowboy, Wizard, Robot, and Mutant. Each character having their own unique way of removing your health bar at the sight of your existence, with Ninja being a high mobility character that will make you feel physical pain as you can hear every bone get broken in your character's pixelated body. Along with him having a few tricks up his sleeve. His nunchucks, which switch his moveset, along with allowing you to shoot something other than ninja stars. His calatrops, which stay on the ground after thrown, and can be kicked by you for extra suffering. His doppelgangers, which only do one of two moves: throw darts whatever which direction you choose, or break your opponent's shins. Then, ninja stars can only be described as throw and forget, because if you're not forgetting, your opponent definitely is. Then finally, bomb. Cowboy, a combo god that is good at a little bit of everything, not being too good or bad in one particular thing. He has a little bit of everything, ranging from setup to damage, with his main strength being how long he can hold a combo. Every single one of his combos take half the match to complete, with each one being able to make most of your health bar disappear whether you like it or not. And if you think you're going to stop it by using a burst, you will only make it worse. Cowboy has a gun. This gun can ricochet bullets, time stop bullets, teleport bullets, or even direct bullets after a ricochet using the DI wheel. This isn't even the scariest thing he has, because he can throw the gun. Cowboy has a teleportation ability, which he can use to teleport to his enemies. It can be used to extend combos, and he can set up a after image, which is used to teleport bullets, and allows you to his lasso, which allows you to re-combo someone and repeatedly bring them into your cuts, attacks, or even allows you to suplex them and rearrange their spine. 1000 cuts. A auto attack move that combos really well with lasso, allowing you to unrelentingly combo your friend until they die. All while they can't burst, attack, or block because they already bursted and you are pulling them in with the lasso, cutting them and letting them go, then lassoing them again. This is truly peak, your only move is hustle. Fatal Cut, a better horizontal cut that is cool as fuck, but that costs you your 1000 cuts. And Time Splitter, which allows you to travel in a certain direction with a massive slashes in your wake. This move is approved by Vergils from Devil May Cry. Wizard, the unofficial twink of YOMI Hustle, using a robe and magic to make up for and hide his weak, submissive frame. He is a high setup character which does and has everything you can think of. High mobility. He has that by turning into a heat-seeking missile and launching at you in homicidal rage. He can float as well, which when combined with turning into a missile and spark, he alone can break the sound barrier. Him being able to break the sound barrier is one thing, but him breaking the sound barrier and spamming the arena with projectiles will slowly make your life become a living hell, either having to hunt down the wizard from his sky haven or having to manage comboing him and not getting hit by the hundreds of projectiles he has simultaneously flying around the arena and hunting you down. Let's just say he has many things that can make you feel like your nuts have been put into a vice grip. Robot, the big black man of YOMI Hustle.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical.
He is big, he is slow, and he hits like a fucking freight train, with every move having the sole intent of sending you straight to God and having you rethink your life choices. His sole reason for fucking you up is your existence, and his want to revoke your subscription on life. Good robot players are what I see in my nightmares. Robot is no longer a game to them. They live and breathe Robot with the sole intent of turning him into the fucking Terminator. Mutant, a character that came about from Cowboy and Ninja having a child, then that child proceeding to take crack cocaine. With the combination of his parents, he is a high movement, high combo potential character that can move while attacking, having both the combo potential and the movement of both Ninja and Cowboy combined. With him being able to use his attacks as movement options and constantly reminding you that even if you use the DI wheel, you're not going to get away from him. With this allowing him to carve up your insides like that one Austrian painter carved up Europe. With him being able to use his unique character ability to be able to move his attacks pixel perfect. Add on top of it, some moves have little to no risk while playing them, allowing you to apply pressure to your opponent while maintaining distance, making your enemy get extra angry as you slowly start to resemble their most hated enemy. I am thoroughly disgusted, and my day is lifeless as I feel my brain actively eating itself while I play him. If you haven't noticed, there are a few things that you may have been seeing or may have heard me mention, such as DI, bursting, parrying, or dodging, with none of these being fully explained. Each one of these are all important in their own way, with some being able to avoid the drawbacks of others, or being able to completely negate others. With each one having their own advantages, drawbacks, and risk, such as burst, being able to stop someone from continuing a combo, at the risk of them being able to parry the burst and continue the combo for longer, and resetting their damage cap. Then blocking and parrying, which allows you to be able to parry most projectiles and all attack moves in the game other than grab, along with you being able to parry a burst. Usually, when a burst is parried, that is a sign for the beginning of the end, both because of the damage that is going to be done to the person that's burst got parried, but also because the person that just got parried is already or close to being understood by their opponent. Grabbing, which allows you to grab through block and all attacks when it's within its range, with it having the highest priority out of any attack move in the game, at the cost of having the least amount of range out of any attack move in the game. With this lack of range being able to be overcome with Mutant's Jukes, with this method having little to no downsides, or the dash button at the cost of the move taking longer to grab, which opens you up to more moves being able to counter you while attempting to grab. Then dodging, which is self-explanatory. It allows you to dodge an enemy's attack while giving a few frames of invincibility, with it often being used to help get up off the ground. Then DI, or directional influence, which takes any momentum slapped into you and directs it into the direction of the wheel, with it allowing you to easily get out of a combo in its later stages, at the cost of you needing to wait a few turns in order for it to fully send you out of the grasp of your opponent. Just don't do what me and most people do and neglect the wheel, because if you do, you'll feel more pain than what you need to. Then there are the attacks and the movement options. The attacks range from predictable to parry or die and soul evicting. The movement options being able to be used to close distance and being able to be used to avoid being grabbed by jumping a grab or just getting out of the way. Then there are things such as air actions, free cancel, whiff cancels, and then the meter. Air actions being required for certain moves to be able to be played or for certain movement actions. Free cancels allowing you to start a move while in the middle of another move. And then whiff cancels. I really don't know how the fuck whiff cancels work. I just go moment by moment, and sometimes they will show up when me or my opponent is about to be fucked up. Really, all I do know is that they show up when you and your opponent are both playing moves, and neither of them connect. When they are played, they take 70% of your burst meter, and they give you a limited number of moves, which you can use to attack your enemy or to attack away from your enemy. Then, finally, meter. Meter being used to unlock abilities, use them, or to scale other ones. With things like Robot's Kill Process being able to kill at full meter. Or Wizard requiring meter for his Spark Bomb, or Cowbite requiring meter for things like Foresight. Outside of the mechanics and actions, there are many more things that go into playing this game, especially if you want to get good at it. This game shares some and many similarities with chess, in the sense that you need to predict your opponent in order to be good at the game, and that you also need to deduce what they are going to do in order to predict them. How you do this is often by seeing the possibilities that your opponent can do by deducing what they themselves are going to do based off their previous actions or what makes sense for them to do. Throughout the entirety of a match, you're going to be gathering information on your opponent through your predictions and their actions, gathering a useful but a shallow profile of them, their habits, and what they will do. After doing this and predicting them, you'll be on the right track to beating them, gaining a sense of what they will do next, not just out of logic, but out of intuition and deduction as well. Often with the time being able to do this being 30 seconds before you have to make a move, or the game will force you to play your selected move, or do nothing. But no matter what happens, you will eventually need something other than intuition of your opponent, or you will find that you will be tripping yourself up. Know that even if you trip yourself up, it's better not to doubt yourself, and instead it's better to just move on and attempt to predict them again until you read them right and go from there. Know that there are many things that I didn't cover in this game, but there being a few things that I have left out and that you'll have to find out on your own. If I were to cover everything that is in this game, this video would be over an hour long. And if you want to get good at this game, you're going to have to become aware of your habits and biases and be prepared to have your nuts cracked open like they're going into an omelet. Because not a single soul in this game has mercy, especially when they smell fresh meat. Trust me, you will lose, and you will lose a lot. You'll either touch it once, then never touch the game ever again, hate it, or become so good at it that you will grow to hate it. That's Your Only Move is Hustle, the game that will make you hate yourself and it, not because it's a bad game, but instead because in order to get good at it, you have to become autistic and sell your soul to it. If you ever get tired of playing the base game, then there are plenty of mods on the Steam Workshop that can help you with that. Hope you enjoy, thank you for your time, and that's all for now.